Hello, friends. I am Red Ant. I know many of you feel scared to speak English. Even I struggled at first, and I was afraid to make mistakes. But today, I want to share my journey and guide you step by step. English is not magic. Anyone can learn it if they start small and stay consistent. In this video, I will teach you 10 easy steps to improve your English. And if you follow me, even tiny ants like us can speak confidently. Let's begin our journey together. Red Ant always felt nervous when trying to speak English. He would watch other ants greet visitors, read signs, or even speak short sentences and feel left behind. One morning, he decided to start listening carefully to English every day. He played simple English podcasts while sitting outside his anthill, slowly repeating every word he heard, even if he didn't understand all of them. He focused on the pronunciation, the rhythm, and the intonation. Little by little, the sounds began to feel familiar, and Red Ant realized that listening was the first step to speaking confidently. He reminded himself every morning, "Hearing comes before speaking, and I will practice every day without fear." Next, Red Ant began speaking very simple sentences. He started with tiny greetings like, "Hello, I am Red Ant, and I like tea." At first, his voice was shaky, and he often repeated words incorrectly, but he didn't give up. Each morning, he practiced these sentences several times, imagining he was talking to a friend far away. Soon, he added more phrases like, "I am learning English," and "This is my notebook." By speaking aloud daily, Red Ant slowly felt more confident, realizing that small steps could turn nervousness into courage. Red Ant then focused on reading aloud. He picked short English storybooks, carefully pronouncing each word and sounding out the letters he didn't know. Sometimes he stumbled, but he corrected himself and tried again. He even listened to podcasts and mimicked the way the speakers said certain words. Reading aloud not only improved his pronunciation, but also taught him how sentences flowed naturally. He found joy in seeing himself improve and celebrated each new word he could read correctly without hesitation. Writing became Red Ant's next practice. Every day he wrote short sentences about his day, what he ate, where he walked, and what he learned. He also wrote new words he heard in podcasts or read in books. Writing helped him remember these words and sentences better, and it gave him the courage to try speaking them aloud. Red Ant realized that writing and speaking together strengthened his memory and allowed him to create sentences more confidently. His tiny notebook became a treasure full of his English journey. Red Ant discovered the power of practicing in front of a mirror. He stood in front of his tiny mirror each morning and imagined he was speaking to friends from around the world. By watching his expressions and movements, he became more confident and less afraid of mistakes. He noticed how his mouth formed each word and how his body language made his sentences feel alive. Mirror practice became a fun, motivating ritual that encouraged Red Ant to speak freely without worrying about judgment. One day, Red Ant tried shadowing native speakers. He listened carefully to English podcasts and repeated exactly what the speaker said, copying their tone, speed, and emotion. This practice was challenging at first, but he persevered. Shadowing helped him sound more natural, improved his fluency, and taught him how English really sounded. Red Ant realized that mimicking others was not copying but learning, and it became an exciting part of his daily routine. Expanding his vocabulary was Red Ant's next focus. Every morning he picked 3 new words and wrote them in his notebook. He used these words in simple sentences aloud, describing what he did, what he saw, and what he learned. Slowly, his vocabulary grew, giving him more confidence to speak naturally. Red Ant understood that learning new words every day, even a few at a time, was more effective than trying to learn many at once. The habit of adding words to sentences made him feel proud and motivated. After building vocabulary, Red Ant practiced small conversations. He greeted visitors, introduced himself, and spoke about short topics like the weather, his morning tea, or what he read in his notebook. Each small conversation felt like an adventure. Sometimes he made mistakes, but he laughed, corrected himself, and tried again. These small successes built his confidence, and he started feeling excited to meet new ants and practice English with them. Red Ant realized that real conversations, even tiny ones, helped him learn faster than practicing alone. Red Ant then combined listening and speaking together. He listened to short English dialogues in podcasts and repeated them aloud, paying attention to pronunciation, emotion, and rhythm. By doing this daily, he improved both his understanding and speaking skills at the same time. He even started imagining himself in the conversations, responding naturally, which made him feel braver and more fluent. This combination of listening and speaking became a core part of his morning routine, transforming fear into confidence. Finally, Red Ant learned the most important lesson: consistency and patience. Every morning, without skipping a day, he practiced English, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. He understood that mistakes were part of learning, and that improvement came gradually. By repeating these small steps each day, Red Ant became confident, speaking fluently with visitors and sharing stories with other ants. He realized that anyone, even a tiny ant like him, can learn English if they take one small step at a time, stay patient, and never give up.